Hey there, welcome to the Junk Drawer. My name is Enzo, and today we are talking about She-Ra, Princess O Power. So as you may or may not know, I am a huge She-Ra fan. I have a bunch of her action figures. I watched the cartoon back in the 80s as a kid, and I loved it. And and I even watched the reboot, the She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. I watched the first season. I know there are 5 seasons, but I really didn't get into the other ones. But I do plan on getting to them eventually. But I decided I wanted to look into the She-Ra dolls because they came out with dolls based on the Netflix series. And I have 2 of the dolls here. I have She-Ra and I have Bow. So I found these. I think I bought one on eBay and I found one at an antique store or like a collectible store or something. They were on the pricier side, unfortunately. They were produced by Mattel back in 2018. So they're definitely available. You can get them, but they might be a little pricey. So let's talk about the packaging real quick. It's a very simple, like blister style packaging where there's like the plastic on the front and then the back is just cardboard and it kind of just rips off and that's it. So very simple. She's powerfully posable. She includes the Sword of Protection. And then here is the logo on the bottom and the doll, obviously. So, and then the back has a little blurb about her. So if you want to pause and read that. And then there is a cross-sell of the other available dolls in the line. So we have Adora, Glimmer, Bow, Catra, and then She-Ra with Swiftwind. So that's kind of a cool one there. So yeah, and then Bow's packaging is basically the same. It's his artwork on the bottom, and then on the back is his little blurb, so you can pause and read that if you want. And yeah, so let me open these up and we'll take a closer look. All right, so let's start with She-Ra first. So here is her front and her back. And first impressions, she is adorable. I love her so much. I love that she's kind of like that weird action figure doll hybrid, which I've talked about before about that, like a discussion video. So let me know in the comments below if you still want to see a action figure. Is it an action figure or is it a doll video? Because I would still love to do that. But yeah, anyway, this reminds me of like an action figure but in doll form. Because She-Ra, I feel like is kind of like a hybrid within the action figure genre, I guess. Her old school action figure is an action figure, but it has combable hair, and she comes with fashions, so she's kind of like a weird mix. And this one is also, I mean, I guess this is more like doll-like because it's in the doll 1/6 scale. She does seem a lot bigger than like your typical Barbie. Before we get a good look at She-Ra, let's look at her one accessory, which is her power sword. And this is accurate to the show, if I remember correctly. It's just molded plastic. I love that this is like a clear blue. And then there's a little gem, the place where the gem would be is also in that blue plastic. And then the handle and the, what do you call it? What is this called? The hilt. I think the hilt is this golden color, which is super pretty. So it's pretty cool. And it's like giant. It's like a super oversized sword, which I feel like that's what she kind of uses in the show. So super cool. All right, now onto the doll. So she is wearing her tiara, crown, whatever you want to call it, and it is attached. It's actually attached to her head with these T-ties, so I'm probably going to leave those in for now because I think it probably sits weird if they're not in. I don't want to take that chance. There's also, I don't know if you can tell, but there's also this piece of like plastic that's going around her forehead. And I don't know if that is meant to prevent discoloring from the crown, like onto her forehead, but it's, yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. But anyway, she's got a really cute face. Very, very simple, not a ton of makeup going on. But yeah, and then if we move to her hair, I can't tell. I think it feels like it's poly because it does kind of have that like dryish feeling, which is fine. I don't mind it because it feels nice, but I don't think it's Saran. It doesn't have that Saran feel. It does feel a little like plasticky, if that makes sense. So that's her hair, but it's really pretty. It's really nice. And then her outfit, she's wearing her little shoulder pads and this like front piece. This is plastic. Is this? Okay, so this is all this. It looks like this is all one piece that can be removed. And then underneath, she's wearing a white, I don't even know what you would call this. It's like a white jumpsuit or something. I don't know. It's like shorts. And then she's wearing this like skirt, which is a very soft material. It's like this glittery skirt. And then she's got the wrist guards, which are also removable. And then she's got her cool She-Ra boots. These are super like chunky, like super chunky, which I don't remember if they are in the show or not, but these are like really large. And then as far as articulation goes, she can move side to side, up and down a little bit. So she's got that, and then shoulder, elbow. If I don't break it, which way does the elbow go? This way? Huh, that's weird. So elbow, and then wrist, and then nothing at the waist, hip, knee, and I don't know, and nothing at the foot. And the foot is it's kind of pointed, kind of not. It's like sort of pointed. It's like in that weird in between spot, which I'm not sure why they did that, but okay. I also want to note that she does have a gripping hand. So her one hand is gripping and her other hand is flat or spread out. And here she is, ready to kick some butt. So yeah, the gripping hand is for the sword, obviously. And she does seem to pose pretty well with it, although the sword might be a little heavy. It's, yeah, I think you have to get it like in the right spot, but yeah, she's really cool. Oh, I forgot to talk about the cape. She also has this cape. It's like a fabric cape, and it looks like it's attached to her white whatever this is, her dress. So then we move on to Bow. So here is his front and his back. So first impressions of Bow, adorable, just like She-Ra, super cute. He's giving me Claude vibes. I don't know why, but I'm definitely getting like a human Claude vibe from him, but he's adorable. So if we start at the top, he does have textured hair. It feels really soft and nice. I don't know, it's hard to tell what kind of hair this is, but it feels good for textured hair. The sides are shaved, but it's just like painted black. His face, super cute. Very much in line with She-Ra's face. And then his armor is also plastic and removable. And then he's also wearing a white like undershirt under the armor. And then his pants are this like very shiny blue purple. It's like a blue purple in real life color. And then he also has giant boots. So I think it's just I think they were trying to mimic the animation style. from the show, and that's why the boots are so big. But yeah, and then he has his bow and arrow as his accessory. Right now it's tied to his hand, and I kind of want to keep it like that because I don't know if I'll be able to get it back in that position, which I probably could, but I'm just going to leave it for now. And yeah, this is Bow. So, and then as far as articulation goes, probably the same as She-Ra. So yeah, back and forth. He can't really rock his head back and forth like She-Ra did. And then shoulder, elbow, wrist. He has 2 gripping hands for some reason. I don't know why they didn't give him one regular hand, but maybe it's to hold the bow and arrow in a more accurate pose or something. But nothing at the waist, hip, knee, and then I think his foot is articulated. Yeah, his foot is articulated. This like cracks me up. It's like, why do guys' feet? Why are guys' feet articulated and girls aren't? But yeah, I don't know why. There's no need for him to have articulated feet, I guess is what I'm getting to, because he's wearing these giant boots, and yeah, unless he's like barefoot and he's like running around or something. But yeah, it's just funny. He's also wearing a wrist guard. It's only on the one arm though. So now I want to do a few comparisons with some other doll lines so you can kind of get the scale of these dolls. So here we have Bow and Claude Wolf from Monster High. And I cannot get over how similar these bodies are. Like, if I didn't know any better, I would be like, they used this body for Claude, which is crazy. They're just so very similar. Like, so similar. So I'm gonna assume that they can probably wear each other's clothes. So if that's something you're curious about, but yeah, they're like separated at birth. And then we have Bow compared to a fashionista Ken. Obviously the Ken is gonna be a lot wider and a little taller. And obviously the head sculpts are different, but overall, not too different, maybe just like a little bigger. So if we compare She-Ra to Monster High G3 Cleo, the body like proportions are similar, where the waist is kind of goes in a little more and the thighs are bigger. But overall, Cleo is obviously a lot smaller. But I know, with Monster High, there are definitely different body types, but this is just to give you an idea of what an example next to a Monster High doll would be. Cleo's head is giant next to She-Ra's head. Also, like the side-to-side view is obviously apparent how different they are. She-Ra's thighs are a lot longer also. So, and then you can see the difference in the feet. So yeah. And then if we compare She-Ra to a Millie Barbie extra doll, obviously different, kind of similar, kind of not. She-Ra is thicker for sure. If we turn her to the side, she's a little thicker. Her calves are definitely bigger. Her feet are giant next to Barbie's feet. And yeah, so, and I think their heads are very similar, so not too much of a difference there. So final thoughts on these two She-Ra dolls. I do love them. I think they're so cute. These are like some of the cutest dolls that I own, and I am very happy that I have them. And I just love, like I said, I love She-Ra. I love anything She-Ra. So when I saw that there were She-Ra dolls, I got real excited. And I might try to look for the other ones also, but these two, I definitely was like, I need to get these. Obviously for the boy, and then the main character, I have to get the She-Ra doll, of course. So super cute. if you can find them, pick them up. You might need to do a little bargain hunting here and there, but they're definitely available out there. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think of the Bow and She-Ra dolls. And as always, thank you so very much for watching. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. If you haven't already, please remember to subscribe. And I hope you're having a wonderful whenever you're watching this, and I will catch you next time.